What's up, everybody? It's your boy K here. We're in week 6 of my regular season with the Steelers. As you can see, we're leading the standings, 4-1 right now, AFC. Chiefs are up there at 5-0. Everyone else below them is tied for second with one loss. So you got the Eagles, Titans, Colts, surprisingly. Bills, Giants, surprisingly, and Cowboys, which, they're always projected to be high, but never actually are. Steelers are fifth in points against. Points for. We are top number one. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Um, just wanted to give you guys an update in this video since it's a bye week for us. Just basically where everything's at. Last week, if you watched my last video, obviously you saw that Najee Harris went off. He had one gashing run that really put him up there with the yards a little bit later. But then, the other 22 carries, he was just pounding the rock. He had 5 receptions, 26 yards for that, and then 2 touchdowns. So he was killing it last week. That's the first week that we've had someone be a player of the week. Other than that, I would say one area that we are struggling is just the quarterback play. Kenny Pickett, he's been doing well. The way I'm using him is taking a lot of risk, throwing the ball. Let's see, there it is, stats. Najee Harris is leading the league in rushing yards, so that's helped a lot. Kenny Pickett's 5th in passing yards, 14th in touchdowns, but 10 interceptions. Some of those throws, they're way out there. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of times I make mistakes and I just throw it to the wrong person, but a lot of his throws are just off the mark. Some of those turn into interceptions. But he's not doing too bad, especially for second year with that 1,200 yards just in week 6 now. That's pretty good. I would say I've been really impressed with our rushing attack. Not only Najee Harris, which obviously he's the bell cow, he's the one we're getting the ball to, but Jaylen Warren, whenever we give him the ball, 5 yards per touch. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Longest run, 13 yards, but he hasn't ran a whole lot. Receiving wise, I've been spreading it around. I've been a lot more aggressive with Kenny Pickett, but I'm just trying to utilize everyone we have for the most part. So that top, like, what is that, 6? Top 5? Those top 5 right there are going to be getting the ball. Najee Harris coming out of the backfield, our tight end, and our 3 wide receivers. Deontay Johnson been leading the charge with the yards, but Pat Freiermuth is targeted just as much as him, along with Najee Harris out of the backfield, which, that's just for dink and dumps type stuff. He usually gets his rack yards. That's where his total yards are coming from. And then George Pickens is a great deep threat. I try to look for him in the red zone a lot. Yep. So as far as blocking, it's been pretty good. I mean, they're still young and the attributes are still low, but it hasn't been too bad. Okafor, he hasn't played at all, so we haven't really seen what he does, but the rest of them haven't been too bad. There's been some sacks here and there. I would say the center is the weak spot, but other than that, it's really just inconsistent play at our tackle positions. Defense, Holcomb's been leading the charge with the tackles. I use her with Fitzpatrick a lot. Occasionally, I'll do D-line just if we need a sack type of down. But other than that, I was impressed last game with DeMonte Kazi. He was doing really good. But Holcomb's been our rock down there. TJ Watt has kind of underperformed in my opinion to this point. Maybe if I used him a little bit more, maybe he would do better. But I like to be in the secondary for the passing attack. I hate to get beat by passing. So I'm gonna stick with Fitzpatrick, but hopefully TJ Watt can. 6 tackles for loss. Cameron Hayward has 8. I personally believe TJ Watt should be doing Cameron Hayward. They both have the same amount of sacks. Cameron Hayward's interior. That shouldn't be the case. So hopefully he does better. It's everything stat wise. Like I showed you, we're leading the AFC North right now. It's pretty competitive. Bengals are on our heels. And obviously, we lost earlier this season. Our only loss was to the Browns, so they're a competitive team. Everyone's attributes have been increasing. As the season's been going on, we've been doing well. Kenny Pickett's now, he's at a 74. He hasn't played too well. Najee Harris up to an 84. That's impressive. Wide receivers haven't changed much. Let's see. Cameron Hayward, I believe he ranked up from a 93 up to a 94 for this season. TJ Watt hasn't really done anything. My linebackers haven't done anything. Highsmith, has been quiet too. Fitzpatrick, he's went up a little bit too. Keanu Neal's gone up. Yeah. So I mean, some of them have increased. Some of them it seems like they've gone down a little bit as the season's gone along. But for the most part, I think the staff has been doing well. And then the last area that I'm just gonna go over is the injury report. We've had some injuries this season. So right now, TJ Watt is hurt. He was out last game too. I guess that would attribute to his stats too. Now that I think about it. But Roberts has been hurt as well. We have these two, which he was already there. Cephas, I picked up as a free agent, and I didn't realize he was hurt. It doesn't pop up if you're just a free agent, so he's just on injury reserve too. Um, yeah. And then in other news, at the beginning of the season, which I'll just talk about since I haven't really talked about anything this season, I did make a trade. I gave up. I forgot. I wonder if I could find that somewhere. But it was literally in the preseason. I played the preseason games and went through the preseason. I just didn't upload them. Um, the notifications is. I don't think it would tell me anything about weeks and weeks ago. Well, I made a trade to pick up left end. It's I forget his name. He's a younger guy. Yeah, Espinoza. AJ Espinoza from the Bills. I acquired him because our backup at that position, I believe, was Leal. And Leal was slow and just not very good. I wanted to beef that up a little bit because if Larry Ogunjobi gets hurt, then I wouldn't really have anyone competitive step up. And then if Cameron Hayward got hurt, then we would only have a 74 as our best. So I wanted to at least just make it a little bit more equal, just for injury's sake. Benton's been killing it as a rookie. So is Joey Porter Jr. He's been killing it as a rookie. Let's go back to stats real quick just to show the rookies. So, as far as receiving, as you can see, Darnell Washington has done only 4 receptions, 33 yards. He hasn't really done much. I haven't used him much. Obviously, I have Pat Fryermuth, so he's only going to get so many looks when I have so many weapons already. On the other hand, the other rookie, first rounder, Broderick Jones, he has been hurt since I believe week 2. And I think since we just looked at the injury, this bye week is when he's back to being healthy. So we will see him again next week. Defense-wise, Joey Porter Jr. So he's at 13 total tackles. He still has no interceptions, but he's had some great deflections. I don't think the stats really pick him up like that in Madden. He's had some great plays on the ball. I think he's done well defending against a lot of the wide receivers we faced at the nickel spot because Levi Wallace has also been killing it. Patrick Peterson, has been average for his age, but pretty good. Nate Herbig did great during preseason. Still has not really played during regular season. There's been no injuries like TJ Watt right now. He should be getting a couple of snaps, but even then, I don't think he's on the field too much because we'll put AJ Espinosa in the nickel formation for edge rusher instead of him. So we're not seeing much him. Huntley's been doing fantastic, even though he's not a rookie. He's only in his 3rd year. He's been doing great in the kick return game. Other than that, I don't think there's no other rookies really that are worth mentioning. Yeah. So that's your update for the Steelers so far this season. Bye week, so I'm about to simulate through this and get right into our week 7 matchup. Looks like we're going to be facing the Rams. So the rest of the stretch should be pretty easy in my opinion. So I mean, just looking at the standings right now, I kind of already showed you some of the top teams in the league. But yeah, at least looking for week 7, week 8, week 9, facing the Rams, Jags, and Titans. Titans are the top of the league right now, along with us, but I don't think they're going to be that competitive since we do great against the run game, and that's one of their strong points. Alright, thanks for tuning into all my video, guys. Please like and subscribe if you like the content that I'm posting. I'm going to continue to try and post more and more. I play games a lot, so it makes no sense for me to not post them. And just to give you a little idea, we're facing the Rams, Jags, Titans, then the Packers. Should be another easy game, but then we're facing the Browns back in Cleveland. That's a rematch of the only team that's beat us so far. Bengals will be competitive, of course. That's another important matchup, that week 12. Cardinals, I'm not too concerned about. Patriots, not too concerned about. Colts have been leading the charge with Jonathan. I forget the running back's name at the moment, but Jonathan, yada yada. Anyways, he's been leading the charge for the Colts, even though he's not on the team, or at least he's not going to be on the team for that much longer. So that's interesting to see what they could have been. But then we're facing the Bengals again. The Seahawks are to be competitive, even though they're not so great on the stat sheet. They're still a solid team. Once again, we'll face the Ravens to cap off the end of the season. Ravens' last game of the season is always a great one to watch. Hopefully, we'll be into the playoffs, the postseason, get to that mark when it comes. Alright, checking off. See you guys later.